conversation, about making money, saving money, investing. And so we're talking investing for sunny days. Well, we've been taught to invest for the rainy days, but have you ever thought about investing for the sunny days? Well, everybody wants the finest things in life, and people spend their lives trying to achieve what they believe will make them happy. Now, these are the things that make up your sunny day. All right, a holiday at that dream destination, a dream house, or a car, or even a dream wedding. Now, despite these plans, it's difficult for most people to achieve them. Okay, so people tend to water down their sunny days to reduce the disappointment of being unable to attain these dreams. Now, it's also difficult because of general economic conditions, etc., bad financial habits, and so on. Not many people have a bulk sum of money that to make a down payment for that car of their dreams or their choice, or start the business that they want to. All these things. Now, those who know the power of compounding, will help, sort themselves out as they do these investments. Now, we have been joined in the studio by two gentlemen from Databank, and they're going to help us to get into this conversation about investing for sunny days. I have with me Abdul Hakim Al Hassan and Emmanuel Akapo Abba. Gentlemen, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
All right, now let's get right into it. Okay.
Great.
What is it when you say sunny days? Everybody knows what a rainy day is.
Exactly.
Because you grew up hearing it. Say for a rainy day, say for a rainy day, say for a rainy day. Why? What is a sunny day, first of all, and why do we even bother for sunny days? Because the sun is taking care of it.
Okay, so let me take this. So, like you said, rainy days usually refer to emergencies. When you are planning for emergencies, unforeseen events that you want to put some cash for or some bulk amount for.
Yeah.
But the sunny days are your dreams, your goals, the luxuries that you want, anything that you want to enjoy. And we know these things are relative. So it doesn't necessarily have to be the Bill Gates kind of money, or the Warren Buffett kind of money. But whatever would please you in your own small way, you want to be able to plan for that also, whilst planning for these rainy days also. That's basically what a sunny day is. So you have examples of, like, say, family trips, maybe your future home, a new car, starting a project or a business. You want to be able to at least make money for or put money down for some of these things because they are not cheap. No one is going to offer them to you, basically. That's the thing. So one thing that you also want to do is that because they are not generic, it's not like we are all going to, let's say, Silver Star to go pick up a Benz on a Wednesday. You plan for what you want. You don't necessarily have to look at maybe an Emmanuel's car before you want to get the same kind of thing. If it's a Benz, you can get maybe a Benz whilst you look at your boss driving a Mercedes. Maybe in the future, all of you drive a Mercedes Benz. There's a difference there. Those who understand it. So basically, that's it. Yes, that's what a sunny day is.
Okay. Yeah. And so we need to invest for these sunny days.
Exactly.
Because, like you said, they don't come cheap.
No.
Yeah.
So you want to put money down, have that daily commitment, putting down something on a daily basis, on a monthly basis, every fortnight, every month. However you can do it, based on how your strengths to be able to achieve that goal also, whilst you plan for the rainy day also.
Okay. Yeah. Now, we live in times of general global economic difficulties. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
There's a Ghana version, and then there's the global reality, because you look at it and you say $5 to the gallon, but it's $5 to the gallon even in the US, in the UK. You're like, it's everywhere. So how do you then say you're going to invest on things that are quote unquote luxuries? Yeah, you want to take it?
Yeah, I want to.
Yes, go ahead.
So the truth is that I think we all deserve to enjoy our sunny days, because I think it has a way of taking off stress of a hard day's activity. So first and foremost, we'd have to look at how to plan towards them. Most of the times, I think these dreams come to us even in our sleep. You sleep and then, you see yourself buying a Benz or owning a house. it doesn't end by just praying, but then you actually have to plan
right?
and then execute them.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, I don't know what the branch manager thinks. Do you want to add anything to that?
No, he has said everything because ideally you want to achieve these things. Some of them go as much as even your kids. It doesn't necessarily have to even be your personal goal. It will be where you want to even see your kid, how you want to even start off your kid.
Yeah.
Maybe the dream is that by the time that my child finishes the university,
Yeah.
I'm able to start him off with, let's say, a $50,000 account
Okay.
or a $10,000 account. These are things that are not necessarily rainy day things, but these are things that you would want to have there. They are not things that you would want would definitely come.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, let's look at it practically and
Yeah.
say you have the necessities that you have to take care of.
Yeah.
The bills are real, and all of that. How do we practically, put away money and make investments for the luxuries whilst dealing with the necessities? Because the money now, I know the rich.
Yeah, it's true. I think this morning on the show they were talking about even mental health and how we put it off like that. Yes, and some of these things go to play a long way into you having a successful career or you even having a sound career. Basically, the lady that the psychiatrist who came on who spoke was like we should take holidays. Like mandatorily, she spoke to market women and they were looking at even working on Sundays.
Yeah.
They don't take holidays. But that's the general culture, like the culture that we grew up from.
Yeah.
Where you need to work, like every day is a grind day. But the whole idea is that you need to also acknowledge some enjoyment for yourself. You need to also acknowledge some rest for yourself. And these rest or these enjoyments for yourself, things that would make you relax, they do not necessarily come cheap. They do not come from you going to borrow to do those things. So you want to be able to put yourself in a position where ideally you can plan for them. You can be able to save towards that or invest towards that.
Okay.
Basically, yeah.
Okay. So, what would you advise? Rainy days first or sunny days first in terms of putting away money and making investments?
Yeah, so I think we've actually been conditioned to actually meet rainy days because the moment you buy a car, the first thing you're actually thinking of is an insurance. You see your your mom or your dad aging, the next thing you're thinking of is funeral or life policy.
Yeah.
You're not feeling well, the first thing you're thinking of is health insurance.
Really?
So I think by default, we all have that mindset of planning towards our rainy days. But when it comes to sunny days, I think there are practically 4 accounts that we all must try to have.
Okay.
First and foremost, we have to try as much as possible to have an emergency account. So that's what takes care of our rainy days. We also have what we call the retirement account. At some point in our lives, we all have to go on retirement. And when you hit age 60, that is where reality sets in. Every other thing would remain the same, except the fact that your salaries will not be coming anymore. The bills, you will have to keep paying them.
Yeah.
Educational bills will still keep coming. House maintenance will all come in. And the question is, how well are you prepared towards your retirement? So we believe with an emergency account, with a retirement account, with an educational account to help you meet the educational needs that may come up. And then maybe you can actually add a multi-purpose or a project account to this 3 accounts I've mentioned. So this should actually prepare you for a good sunny day.
Okay. Let's look at it practically. Somebody earns, let's say, 2,500 Ghana cedis, right? 2,500 Ghana cedis a month, right? They are thinking about, putting money away because maybe, let's say, even though I've just renewed my rent, 2 years will come, whether you like it or not. So I've got to put money away preparing for that.
Yeah.
The monthly bills are there. There's electricity, there's water, all of those things. How do you then look at all these different accounts and say, I'm putting something away for this, putting something away for this, putting something away for that? How does that work? How much are you looking at putting away, for it to even make sense?
So putting myself in that shoe, let's say 2,500 on a monthly basis. Now, first of all, when you receive your income, what you want to do is be able to split them into 2. Now you have the 70-30 ratio that you can normally do, where 70% is, I mean, you've worked, you are the one who worked, you are the one who received the money, so you are paying yourself that amount. Then 30% is going in for investments.
Okay.
So that 30% could be split into any of these investments. Now, because of the expenses that you're going to incur, you want to be able to put yourself in a comfortable space. You don't necessarily have to live the luxury, but you can invest towards it. So I don't need to go and rent 1,005 apartments when I'm earning 2,500.
Okay.
I don't necessarily need to go and rent maybe a 2,000 apartment when I'm earning 2,500. Let's look for a comfortable place. Maybe it might be far from town, but at least maybe it's a 500, maybe it's a 350 apartment. Then you look at that. So those expenses would go into your 70% bracket.
Yeah.
You understand me? If you're able to do that properly, probably maybe get advice from Data Bank, any of our relationship managers, you can probably be able to squeeze that 70 and even get an extra 10 out of that to add to your 40%.
Okay.
Now, how will you be able to do this? Some of the expenses that you go through, so for example, rent, you need to be able to plan for your rent on a monthly basis. So pay that rent on a monthly basis. Don't wait till when rent is due before suddenly it's like, let me go look for 12,000 CDs to pay rent. You understand me? So out of that monthly income, budget for that. Budget for the light bill, budget for the water, budget for your meals, budget for your transportation. See what will be left. See what you can be able to add to that 30%. If you can't add, just stick to that 30%. Out of that 30%, you can even be able to invest in all four. The whole concept is you being able to put a time frame to it.
Okay.
So when it's emergency, maybe I'm putting down maybe 10% there. If it is retirement, I know I have maybe 30 years more to go, 29 years more to go. So I'm not putting as much as I'm putting in investments or emergencies there. I put something little there. If it's educational, if it's for myself or if it's for my kids, when am I looking at doing my masters? When are my kids coming in? When am I planning for their junior high school, senior high school? You know, these are some of the questions you ask yourself. Then you know how much you are putting into which funds that you want to invest into.
Okay.
Yes.
Makes sense. Now, let me ask, for somebody who doesn't have a lot of time in terms of when they need the money, you know, you're doing investments. Some would say, listen, if I have 20 years to wait, I can afford to invest. But Charlie, I need money next year. You know, so what options are there to someone like this in terms of what you have as a data bank?
Okay, so I think the first and foremost would have to, there are three things I see. I call them the OTR.
Okay.
So first and foremost, you have to know what the objective is. You need to have a goal. And then when you have the goal, you have the time horizon, how long you are looking at keeping the monies there. So if it's 1 year, then it means that you'd want to go in for fixed income products. And at Data Bank, you can be considering our M Fund or the Eddie Fund Tier 1. So those ones, you can actually have access to them anytime you want to. So there's that flexibility of coming in to add on and withdrawing anytime you want to as well. If you are looking at a longer term period, say 3 or more years, then we can introduce you to our equity funds, because those ones actually take time to appreciate in value because of the equity components in them.
Yes. Another thing I want to add to that is sunny days, you know, the sun shines every day. So it's not something that's going to happen immediately. So when you are planning for sunny days, they have to be, you know, there has to be some time involved there. Like for example, you going to Dubai in December, it's not a sunny day. It's more like the next 4 months. So I mean, planning for a Dubai trip will definitely come out of pocket. But planning for a Dubai trip in the next 2 years, I mean, you can even buy the tickets way ahead of time. You can put something down little by little, so it doesn't impact your income. That's one key thing that I think we need to put there. Another thing is that we should look at not borrowing also. Yes, for sunny days.
Not borrowing
For sunny
Very
days.
important.
Yes. Then at least if you can postpone the whole sunny day event, whatever it is. If it's something that maybe I need to buy a car, I'm tired of getting the trotro going and coming in. Yes, you've endured it for maybe a year or two. Give yourself maybe another 2 years or 3 years, and plan properly towards it. You understand me? Yes. Basically, that's it.
I see. Okay. Well, that, you know, basically my Dubai plans have sports now. They have sport.
It's all in the budget.
Yeah.
It's all in the budget.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Basically,
Yeah.
it's all in the
So
budget.
it shouldn't be a case of you can't go, but maybe you can't go now.
Exactly.
You
And
know,
then you find
just delay
alternatives.
a little bit.
Yes.
Okay, so find alternatives,
Yeah.
Yes.
maybe locally,
Exactly.
something that you can afford now,
Exactly.
and then
Exactly.
prepare towards that big one.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly.
Okay.
I think there would actually be a problem if it comes out, unplanned, because ideally I believe sunny days are things not now but in the future. So if it happens that you're looking at a Dubai trip next year, the question is, did you actually start planning for this 5 years, 10 years ago? If it's no, then I think like the options you gave, you'd have to look at alternatives.
Okay.
You have to either postpone, or maybe if you are deciding of borrowing, then it means that you'd have to be ready to pay the high interest that it will be coming with. So you may
Even
want
the
to.
borrowing must be planned.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you
Borrowing
actually
calculated.
insist you want to go, then your borrowing must be planned.
Okay.
So that it
What
doesn't
are some of the
affect-
things you'll be looking at when you're making such a decision to borrow?
So first and foremost, the interest payments,
Okay.
because these payments are going to be happening on a month-on-month basis. How is it going to affect your income?
Yeah.
Because you already have your income that is planned, is budgeted for. So if you're going to add another additional stress onto that income, how is it going to affect you? What are you swapping for that income payment?
Okay.
Yes, and I believe when you meet any of these bank reps, they can let you know how much you'll be paying on a monthly basis and how long you'll be paying it for. That also comes into play.
Okay.
Because it's going to affect other investment that probably you would have been using the same money for maybe that 2-year plan or that 1-year plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about the sunny day investments. What are your most ideal vehicles, that, if I can use that term, that you can use for sunny day investments?
So basically, with DataBank, we have mostly because of the flexibility nature. You want to be able to use any of our mutual fund investments. Ideally, they are longer. Sunny days are longer dated events, so any of our mutual fund investments can go there. Speak to an RM, let them know what you want to use the money for, what you want to do. Like my colleague here mentioned, Emmanuel mentioned the OTR, your objective. So the objective of that sunny day is going to let the RM know. Out of the objective, you'll be able to deduce the time horizon. So
Okay.
if it's my kids going to school, when? So that will be the next question. So to determine the time horizon, then you as an individual, you look at your risk appetite. Are you someone who is okay taking up risk? Are you someone who doesn't like to talk about risk at all? This would inform the investment manager or the relationship manager to put you on the right path. You understand me? We have some specific goals that
Yeah.
help, like for people who, for example, with DataBank, we have the DataBank housing account, which Gillian and Kojo have spoken about here
Yep.
from time in number. Yes. So for such an account, you know that, okay, you want to plan for it. So DataBank has a specific vehicle of that sort that can help you with
Okay.
that. Yes. It's different from the other mutual funds. So you can pick, once you get to our offices, you can pick any one of them. Yeah.
I see. Okay. Well, so do you have anything? I mean, I know that DataBank is always doing some interesting things.
Yes.
I'm just wondering, because personally, I want to win something. I don't know if
Oh, yes,
you have
yes,
any
yes,
promos
yes.
that you're running, or any things that you're running that, apart from myself, listeners can also, take part in and hopefully get to win some stuff.
Okay, so we have invest and drive promo.
Okay.
And it's a promo by DataBank to reward our cherished clients, because we believe they've stood by us in this past 32 years plus, and we want to give everybody the opportunity to win a brand new Suzuki Alto 2020 model.
I've seen that car.
You've seen that car?
It's
Yeah.
nice, pa.
It's very good for this time of day.
Nice, pa.
I think
Very,
1.0.
very good. 1.0
Yeah.
capacity. Into 4 and core.
Yeah, no, it's nice. It's
Yes,
nice.
it's a very sweet
beautiful
car.
Yeah.
So we're also giving other electrical appliances gift vouchers to the highest depositors and to 2 random investors. So with a minimum of 1,000 CDs, you can invest into any of the DataBank mutual funds. That's the ACK Fund, the Balanced Fund, the Eddy Fund, the EPAC, M Fund, or the DataBank Housing accounts. The promo is also open to all old and new Databank clients above 18. And to increase your chances of winning, you want to be able to deposit more and not withdraw over the promo period. So the promo has already started. For those who are listening to me, the promo has already started. It started on the 10th of August 2022 and will end on October 31st. October 31st. So you have time. There's enough time. Once you put something small together, you drop it. Put something small together, you drop it there. Then we keep track of it. Databank keeps track of it. So all these deposits, once you do that, you increase your chance of doing that.
So the entry into the promo is by deposits.
Yes.
And
yes. So your own money.
Each deposit stands by itself.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The moment is 1,000. You qualify.
Yes.
So if I have 5,000 I want to invest, then I'm better off investing 1,000 in 5 different accounts.
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
Because what we are going to do is that even if you invest, say, 1,000 CDs, that's one entry. If you invest 10,000, that's 10 entries. If you invest 5,000, that's 5 entries.
Yes. Oh, hello.
Yes. So
I see. Okay. That sounds exciting.
Yeah.
That sounds exciting.
It's to help everyone. Yes, basically.
Well,
and the channels also for deposits, it's not limited to you just walking into the banking hall. You can do so with our short codes. That's star 737-100, star 790-100, star 422, star 400 hash. All of these short codes, you can use them to do the deposits. We track all of that. You can walk into any of our 20 locations from the south to the north to the east to the west. We are all over. Then any of our partner banks also. You can touch base with any of our partner banks. That's with ABSA, Access Bank, CBG, Fidelity, GCB, GT Bank, Stanchart, UBA, and Zenith Bank. So you don't necessarily have to have an account with any of these partner banks. Just walk into the location, tell them that you have a data bank account, you want to deposit into your account, then you're good to go. Then for our diaspora also, who also want to invest, they can also do that via our online services on our website at databankgroup.com.
Yeah. Okay. Now you mentioned several accounts. I want you to classify them for me. So classify them under 2 categories.
Okay.
Rainy day, sunny day. The different investment accounts you have. Let's classify them in.
Okay, so I think practically for a rainy day, the first account I'll be looking at would be an M fund, since it's actually an emergency account. So anytime my car breaks down, I'm not looking at going to a Hakim to borrow money to fix the car.
Okay.
I can actually take the money from that M fund I set aside to help me meet these emergencies.
Okay.
When it has come to sunny days, maybe I want to make sure my kids' schools abroad. And I have probably 10, 15 years to plan for that child's educational needs. So I would want to do Edifan.
Okay.
If it's to have the best retirement where I can actually go to my village and be called an Ibusiampeni, and then I can attend all the funerals, the weddings, and not feel like I'm being boarded when I have to give a token.
Or the gentleman at the back.
Yeah, I know, right?
Or probably be the chairman for a harvest event at a church. You know, all these things will come with money. So the moment you are planning towards some of these things, you will not be caught pants down.
Why is it that okay, let me rather rephrase the question. The investment culture in Ghana, how would you rate it?
It will be difficult, but what I can say is that we've grown.
Okay.
Over being in the industry for about almost a decade, we've grown. And what we need to do more, and that's what Databank is doing a lot, is education.
Okay.
That's all that we need. We need education. If I'm selling a product to you and you don't understand what the product will do, it's very difficult to even sell it to you.
Okay.
What is most going to happen is that you would agree but not understand.
Yeah.
But when you understand whatever I'm selling to you, it makes it even easier for me to sell to you, because you know what it's about. You know what you can do to check in the background.
Okay.
So basically for Ghana, it's purely education. We need to educate more. We need to educate more. And for those listening also, they should seek information more.
Yeah.
You understand? Because at the end of the day, it's your hard-earned money. You understand me? And you are placing the money somewhere. You are trying to invest it. So you just want to ask a lot of questions. That's basically it.
Okay. Now, in terms of asking, hi, Kweko, please let him repeat the partner banks. It was too quick with that one.
So the partner banks, let me take that again. So we have ABSA. I'll take it slowly this time. We have ABSA, we have Access Bank, we have CBG, we have Fidelity Bank, we have GCB, we have GT Bank, we have StanChart, UBA, and Zenith Bank.
Okay.
So these are the partner banks that we deal with. Okay. So for someone like now also can also just go onto their phone and download the Data Bank app. That would enable them to do that. They link the app to their account. They can do deposits at any time. They don't necessarily even have to go to a partner bank.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I like that bit because I think that, Charlie, sometimes the money,
Yeah.
You see, the way the money is of late, if it comes and you don't handle it, it will go.
Yeah.
So when you have the app
It's
like
a
that,
pressure did it.
exactly. Before the money will come, it is already gone.
Just say, I don't understand, crap.
So when you have the app like that, when it comes, then quickly do the needful,
move, and then
let the rest.
You'll find their smoothness level.
Exactly.
Any final words you want to share with us before you leave?
I think most people worry about how much they would want to, how much they need to actually start an investment. And with investment, it doesn't take too much. Even if you are 1,000 Ghana cedis earner, I believe even if you start with the 10 cedis on a monthly basis, with investment, it's not about how much you are starting with, but it's actually the consistency. So even if you are doing a 10 cedis on a monthly basis for the next 10 years, and then you have the rate of interest working in your favor, definitely, I'm sure by 10 years' time, you have something good to go home with. I think what we need to do is to reposition ourselves when it comes to how we spend. Some of us buy things, we buy once. And not needs. So the moment salary is paid, the first week almost everything is gone, and you now have to go back to borrowing from friends, and then you come back to pay them with the next month's salary and all of that. So I think we should cut down on our spending habits, and we need to have a plan and stick to it. Sometimes you put it on paper that every month I will make sure I do 1,000 or 100 cedis, but then things will come up and the chilling and the boys, before you know, that money is all gone. So let's stick to a budget and then stick to that plan, and then I think at the end of the day we'll have a better life to live some years from now to come. So you can always call Data Bank on our 0302-610-610 to speak to a licensed investment advisor, so we can help you plan towards the sunny days.
Fantastic.
What I want to add is, my boss said something here, especially in regards to the chilling. He's not saying stop, but you can reduce it. If it is 2 bottles, just do one. Invest the other one. If every Friday you are investing that one, you see what a month it will turn into. And the key thing is, remember to seek advice from a licensed investment advisor before you make any investment decision. No investment decision should be made emotionally.
I like that. No investment decision be made emotionally.
Yes, please.
Thank you very much to Abdul Hakim Al Hassan, who is the branch manager for Tema, and Emmanuel Akabo Abba. He's the sales manager for the airport branch. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you so much.
It's nice to put a face to the voice.